guys, welcome back to my channel and another video here. Today I have kind of like a throwback situation. I think this was a Topic Tuesday topic. I'll have to double check, but I went through like the new Topic Tuesday Instagram and I pulled some topics a little while back and put them on a list. And I wanted to get back into doing Topic Tuesday here and there. And then I just forgot to do that. So welcome back to another Topic Tuesday. We haven't done one of these in a while. There was really no reason that I stopped doing them. I just had so many other videos I was doing and then it just kind of got away from me. But I try to do like the ones that really stand out to me. There are some where it's like, you know, what are your favorite colors for this season or that season? And I just don't feel like making like videos like that. But like something like this, which is what are your nail polish pet peeves? You know me. I love to come on here and complain for 20 minutes about petty things and then laugh about it. And that's exactly what this video is. So I've got a whole list here of 10 different pet peeves that I have about nails, nail polish, the nail polish space, buying nail polish. It's just kind of all encompassing of like nails. Now, this is all in good fun. So if I point out something that you do and you're like, well, I do that. And that's where there's so many things that I do that I'm sure are huge pet peeves to other people. And the main one that I definitely know is a huge pet peeve for a lot of people is I leave a really massive cuticle gap. And I know that's a lot of people's pet peeve, but I like to do it like that. So I get that it's just not their preference and we just let it roll off, you know? Everybody has their preferences and it's okay. So if I say something that you're mad about, just let it roll off because this is all in good fun. With all that said, let's hop right into probably my first two that are like the hottest of all the takes. And my first nail polish pet peeve has to be overly chipped nails. Now, especially on myself. And this is really rich coming from me right now because look at how chipped those two nails are. I let my nails get chipped. So like this is a pet peeve for me that even I participate in. I just find that like for me, going out in public with chipped nails makes me feel the same way as if I had gone out in public and I didn't like brush my hair or like something like that. I just feel like probably nobody notices it, but I also feel like everybody's staring at me. And I also feel like with a color like this, you can't really tell because it's really light. It's fine. But when you're wearing like a really dark color and then your nails are super chipped, I just feel like it looks really harsh and it can almost come off as like looking a little bit dirty if you're not careful. And so I just really don't love chipped nails. I don't like having them. I especially hate having chipped nails because right now, even with that level of chip, if I run my fingers through my hair, which I don't know if you guys notice, I do that a lot because I don't know, it's like a weird nervous habit. I always inevitably get a bunch of hair caught in the chipping and then it rips off even more and it's annoying. It's very annoying. I would rather have no polish on my nails at all than have these chipped nails. And these nails have been chipped for like 4 days. I am not doing great at painting my nails lately. I need to make some time today to remove and repaint my nails. My second pet peeve that I know, I think out of all of my pet peeves, only like the first two are going to be like some people will feel some type of way about. The rest are just kind of like whatever. But my second pet peeve is when people post swatch photos that have like severely flooded and uncleaned up cuticles. And then they specifically say, sorry, haven't cleaned up my cuticles yet, but wanted to post a picture. I'm like, why? Why didn't you finish the task first? Like, I don't like leaving tasks unfinished. And so to me, I wouldn't even think to post the photo until I was fully done doing everything. And in my head, like, the manicure's done when it's cleaned up. Like, that's how I view it. It's like, it reminds me of Rob, who can never finish a task. Like yesterday, he unloaded the dishwasher onto the counter and then he just walked away. And I said, Robert, the whole task is removing the dishes and then putting them away. Like start to finish, that's the task. And I asked him, I was like, why do you always do this? Why do you do half of like 5 tasks and not like 2 whole tasks? I'd rather you do less but complete it than do like half of 9 things. And he said that it gives him anxiety to finish a task because then he has to go to the next task. So I don't know if like that's what's going on with the flooded cuticle people. I would actually rather you post it with flooded cuticles and not even acknowledge it. Because that tells me that that's the end of your process and you're done. And that's fine if that's how you like to wear your nails. But if you're like, hey, it'd be like me posting a picture of cake batter that I mixed up and be like, sorry, I haven't finished baking the cake yet, but I got really excited to show you the cake batter, which I get, like, it's fun to show off the nails, but it just, for me, drives me a little bit bonkers. I think I'm going to start just showing off half-baked goods. I think that would be actually really funny. Pet peeve number 3, I'm looking at you, polish pickup. It's when every single freaking photo looks different on a website. When you're trying to buy a nail polish and you want to see like what it looks like, and every single model, the polish looks like 6 different nail polishes. Now, I understand that lighting, skin tone, I already said lighting, so now what else? Cameras, settings, things like that, editing, they all affect that. But sometimes on polish pickup, there'll be like 5 different swatchers and the polish looks like it's 5 different polishes. And I'm just like, well, I'm not buying that now because I don't know what it looks like. I don't know enough about photography and lighting and cameras. Obviously, like, the quality of my videos is mediocre. Which, I mean, like, that's the whole point of the name. The whole point of my channel name was so that you didn't really expect much out of me. So when I do a good job, you're like, wow, Hillary, good job. But yeah, clearly I don't know much about lighting and film and things like that. So I'm not, like, criticizing, like, you need to know better. It's just, it's frustrating as a potential consumer when you're trying to buy a polish and you want it, like, you really want to buy it, but you can't trust the pictures, and it's not like you can return polish pickup polishes, like, and a lot of stuff, it's a pain to return polish, and I'm one of those people who hates doing returns, so I'd rather suffer with my bad decision than ever return anything, because it's like, it's a hassle. So I try to be really careful about that. If they look a little bit different, I chalk it up to like lighting and skin tone differences, which the undertones and your overtone? Just your skin color in general can really affect the way a polish looks on you. Like, a polish that looks really weird on my skin tone might look amazing on Rob's skin tone, and vice versa. There was a polish that my friend Stacy gave me that was like a red. She said it just looked really gross on her skin tone. It looked great on mine. So it's just like one of those things where it does affect the way your eyes perceive the color. So that I give a lot of leeway to, but when it looks so crazy different, I'm just not going to buy the polish at that point. On the flip side, my other pet peeve is when there's not enough swatch photos, because I cannot be pleased. I will complain about either side of an argument. I just am that type of person. But if you don't have enough swatch photos, if you have one skin tone visible, I don't like that. I want to see it across a few. I mean, I really only need one skin tone for me because I am a singular skin tone, but I don't like buying from brands that don't show a variety of skin tones, because I want my polish brands to be inclusive. And I also hate when a brand, like, it's either just the one skin tone, and it's usually my skin tone, or it's like just a bottle shot, or even worse, it's like the weird little droplet of paint and no bottle shot, no nail shot, like no nothing. And I'm just like, bro, I want to see how it looks on the nail. So it's like, give me enough to work with, but don't give me so many that I get confused. That's all I want out of life. I want exactly enough. That's all I want, you know? Number 5, my pet peeve is single brand stans. And what I mean by this is, like, if you don't know what a stan is, it's like somebody who is like basically an obsessive fan of something, where they feel like that person or item or brand or whatever can do no wrong in their eyes. And I see this the most with, weirdly enough, 2 brands that are made in the same factory, Holo Taco and Mooncat. I feel like there are people who exclusively only buy and wear Holo Taco, or they only buy and wear Mooncat. Now, I think it's totally fine to only want to buy and wear one brand, to support one brand. That's not what I'm getting at. It's the people who only support the one brand, and then they put down every other brand on the market, and they're like, it's crap, I would never use this or that because it's not Mooncat, it's not Holo Taco, it's not good enough. And I'm like, what? Like, did Sally Hansen personally offend you? Did Cirque come out of the woodwork and like beat you up or something? It's like they have this weird vendetta against every other brand for no reason. And it's like, if you find a brand that works really well for and with you, like, that's fine. But why are you dragging every other brand down like it's gonna build up your favorite brand? That's the thing I don't like. I don't like when people tear something down solely to raise something else up, because I just don't think that's how it works. I think that you can be critical of something and you can enjoy something, and they can be two separate things. But when you're critical only for like the purpose of trying to build up your brand and it's like not really related in any way, I don't know. It's just really weird. It comes off as Mean Girls. It's very petty, you know? And I love petty, but I like petty when it's like kind of funny and joking. Like, that's just why. You don't have stock in the brand. Like, you're not benefiting from this. So I don't know. But man, I'm in the Holo Taco. No, I'm not. I don't think I'm in the Holo Taco. I'm in the Mooncat Facebook group. And sometimes you get these random people who just go way too hard. And I'm like, relax, buddy. It is paint. My next pet peeve this is almost specifically like a summer pet peeve. And it's when every brand releases similar seasonal collections. And I feel like I perceive this the most in the summer, when everybody decides all at once they're going to release neons again for summer. And like the first two brands that get them out, I'm like, all right, cool. But every brand after that, I'm like, please. And I understand that production lead times are such that, you know, these are planned many, many, many months in advance. So it's not like they're all copying each other on purpose, but it gets so exhausting, I guess, when it's like 10 brands just released 6 new neons a piece. And I'm just like, okay, what am I supposed to do with all these? I already have neons from the past 5 summers that I need to go through. And speaking of neon though, you guys, look at this cup that I bought. It doesn't even show up on camera very well. It's highlighter yellow. And yes, it is a Stanley cup, but at least I was really sad. And we were in Dick's Sporting Goods for some reason, and I saw this cup from literally across the store, and I was like, Rob, I want that. And he was like, it's okay, you can have whatever you want. And then I bought a little cowboy hat for my cup. And it made me happy, and I'm still happy. So anyways, what were we talking about? Neons. Yeah, I'm sick of every seasonal collection looking like a carbon copy of each other. So we're coming up on summer. Let's hope that we have somebody trying to throw something wild into the mix, you know? My last 4 pet peeves are all targeting myself, I think. So I don't know if anybody else feels like this, but one of my huge nail polish pet peeves is when I paint my nails and then like an hour later, I'm like, I'm not feeling this. I want to paint my nails with something else. Like, I immediately want to change color, but I feel like obligated, like totally obligated to continue wearing that polish for at least 24 hours because I already painted it and I already put it on my like what I wore list. So I'm like, well, I got to wear it for 24 hours so that it counts, you know? But sometimes I'll like grab a color that I'm like, oh, that looks great in the bottle, but then it's just not the vibe an hour later. Does that happen to anybody else? Because it drives me nuts. This next pet peeve has been really getting to me, which is why I haven't been painting my nails as frequently lately, is I'm just like sick of waiting for polish to dry. I'm just over it. Like, I think it's because lately I've been doing a lot more like crafts, which sounds so lame, but I just love doing crafts, okay? I've been knitting a ton. I've been teaching myself how to quilt. I've been sewing. I've been cross-stitching, and that's all done with your hands. So if I paint my nails, I have to give it some time or else the fabric or like the floss or the yarn or whatever, it's gonna get stuck or like I'm gonna get paint on the material, which I don't want because like I don't want to mess up my nails, one. And two, all of that fabric and all that is not cheap, and I don't want to ruin it with nail polish. So it's almost like I have to set aside like this huge block of time to allow my nails to dry, which is not even that huge. It's like an hour. But to me, like, what am I supposed I'm the type of person that if I'm not being productive, I feel like I'm wasting away. And so I don't know what to do with that hour that I can't really do anything with my hands. And I'm just like sitting there. I'm just like, okay, when can I go back to knitting my socks? You know, like a weirdo. So that's been difficult for me. And I mean, I use like quick dry drops. I use a quick dry top coat and all that, but I still just, I have this weird anxiety where I'm like, I must wait at least an hour before, or my nails will not be dry. We all have our hang-ups. Mine are just gratuitous. Another pet peeve I have is uneven nail lengths. Like, I broke my pinky nail on this hand. I don't know if you guys can even tell. It's like, yeah, it's like much shorter than the rest of my nails. And I hate that for me because I feel awkward, but I also don't want to file down the rest of my nails to match it because it's such a pain to grow them out. And so it's like, I'm forever in this weird, like, do I file all my nails to match? Or I feel like at a quick glance, you can't really tell. So that's kind of how I'm like checking in the camera. I'm like, how fast can I go? I feel like if you can't tell at a quick glance, it's okay. I don't have to file the rest of them down. But if it's really obvious, then I will, because I feel like it looks really chaotic if not all your nail lengths are pretty similar. And my final nail polish pet peeve is nail oil fingerprints. I don't know if you guys have this problem. I'm a big messy nail oil applier. Like, I probably put way too much on. And so then I get it all over my hands. And now on my desk at home, my work desk, I've got little like fingerprints of oil all over the place, smudges everywhere. On like every document that I touch at work, there's like a fingerprint, just a perfect fingerprint of oil. I better never commit a crime because like it'll be so easy to catch me by my fingerprints alone. And then it's like every like work shirt I have, I've noticed, like, because I like pull this part a lot, my neck part a lot, because my hair gets like wrapped in it and I feel like I'm being like choked alive. And so I'm constantly like doing like this at work. And I noticed there's just these huge oil stains like right in the dead center of the chest of all of my work shirts. I'm not buying new ones because I don't care. But like, it's just like gross. Like, come on. So I just wear a little jacket over it, and like my hair kind of covers it if I do that. But yeah, so I get oil stains on everything. So whenever I'm about to do like any kind of craft or like something, I'm always like washing my hands, trying to get the oil off so I don't get oil stains on like any of my fabrics and stuff like that. But yeah, I think those are my 10 pet peeves, or my 10 petty complaints about things that actually don't even matter in life. So let me know down below, what are your biggest nail polish pet peeves? I'm sure many of you, like I said, will come for me and mine, which is I definitely leave a huge cuticle gap. I don't know why I do that. It's just like, it's just a habit at this point and I can't break it. But yeah, let me know your pet peeves down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.